Hey guys, what's up? Sara here, and I can finally see. I got my glasses back.
Yeah, she wore the same shirt as yesterday, man.
No, I didn't, bro.
I get trolled for this all the time. I gotta troll you for this.
You didn't see me yesterday.
We literally filmed a video yesterday.
All right, look. The thing is, you know I don't smell. Bro, smell me. I don't. Bro, stop the cap. You know I don't smell.
You know what? They need to create some like camera that captures it. That's coming soon.
No, I smell so good. Like you don't. Everyone tells me, Sara, you smell so good.
It smells like bio flowers.
No, people tell me I smell good, and I'm like, thank you. It's my pheromones.
I never heard anyone tell you that.
Nah, bro, they do. I've never heard anybody tell you that.
Yeah, because I don't smell great all the time.
Holy shit, people be handing you out deodorant.
Yeah, sometimes I need deodorant.
Homie doesn't believe in deodorant or cologne.
I'm not putting that.
He doesn't believe in showers either.
Remember at Old Zoo?
Showers.
Remember at Old Zoo they had the drawer full of like different deodorants for Brad?
Yeah, bro.
I just don't, dude. Why do I stick chemicals in my armpit every day? What are we talking about?
There's natural deodorants, bro.
They don't work.
Dude, it's also, let me mind you, it's 100 degrees in the valley and homie's wearing a sweatsuit.
Yeah, but in here it's a cool 70.
It's like a 74.
It's like a 76.
Bro, it says it right here.
Yeah, what's it say?
78.
I know his cheap ass don't be turning on the AC because I don't either.
No. You know what I learned about the AC? You gotta leave it on.
No, it feels good. You don't even fuck
You gotta
with
leave it on like normal, like 72 all the time, and then it stays cold all the time.
Okay. So why is it at 78 right now type?
I don't know why. Someone turned it up. Probably the maids that came here and cleaned. Probably turned it down. Or up, rather.
Yeah,
Why would they turn it up though?
You make no sense, bro.
No, like not it up, like heat up, just like turn the cold off.
Oh.
So you kind of just go like.
I know, you have a nice one. You get the.
Yeah, but what I learned, you save a lot of money if you like just leave it at a certain thing.
Yeah.
And it just stays there.
Bro, your podcast with the Trend Twins was pretty good. I watched
Got
it.
age restricted.
I know, that's the. I can tell you how.
Why?
How?
You guys talked about steroids.
So people talk about steroids all the time.
You talked about
that's
things
bullshit.
the government don't want to hear.
Yeah, of course they don't want it. That's probably why. Because when I looked to see why it was age restricted, there was no part of the video that said why.
But
then no, here's the fucked up thing. And then I went to appeal it, and they say it's going to go to human review. Instantly unsuccessful appeal. There was no human review.
You should just change the title.
What was the title?
The title wasn't even crazy.
It was Trend Twin Steroids or something.
No, it wasn't. It was Going Natty.
Oh, wow.
Relationships and conspiracies. Nothing's bad about that.
God.
Bullshit.
You hit up a rep?
I did. They ain't saying.
It was such a good video though.
So
It's getting clipped everywhere.
Yeah, it is. Because Brad's over here asking everyone, like, yo, can I take you in a street fight? You think you could take both of the Trend Twins?
I mean, it's a potential.
Bro, they have like
I think the gas tanks, that'll be the hard part for them. I think for me too. But it might be harder for them.
But they're strong.
I know they're strong.
No, they get winded like taking a bite of a burger.
And then can they even like touch their hands together?
And shit.
What do you mean?
Like, aren't they too big to like even touch their hands together?
Nah, bro.
No. What the fuck? Like meatballs.
They're like trying to reach their hands like
Wait,
this.
what did someone of the comments was like jacked hamsters?
Bro, it's just crazy how they're both on the same. Like they're both twins and they're both jacked as fuck.
No, I think Mike takes more than.
Yeah, he was saying that, but it's still not the same. I mean, just like as a human, like the gym.
The first few times I met them, I could not tell them apart.
Oh, I could tell them apart.
I can only tell them apart if they're wearing cutoffs because of their tattoos.
No, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, now I can.
They're like twins, but they're very different at the same time.
Kind of like never mind.
Oh, like Wendy and Evelyn?
I didn't say all that.
Nah, but we know what you were thinking. Wait, we have breaking news for you guys. This,
You do?
yeah, give me this camera. Come sit right here. Give me this camera.
No.
Why? No, we're talking about it, bro. This man, Nate, talk about manifestation. Do you believe in manifestation?
Of course.
Of course, I believe it too, because I literally, I kid you not, personal manifestation. Before I met Bradley. Oh, your tummy hurts.
Yeah, my stomach hurts.
Oh my god. It's that
Sorry.
coffee.
It is.
You want to go to the bathroom?
I might have to shit too.
Oh.
I'll just do it now. Go
Well, she's talking.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Okay, so before I met Bradley, I kid you not, I can send the clips, the text messages. I would text in my family group chat like, bro, school, I just want to be rich and famous. I swear to God, like this, I would text.
But how come when I was trying to get you to do it, you were like, no, I gotta go to school?
Because you were making me think that it was one or the other.
And it was, dummy.
No, it was. I did both. What do you mean? And then I went and did more
I know,
school.
but then what was the school for then?
Exactly, that's my point. What the f you doing
The
with
school, bro, you don't get it. I paid 6 figures for a piece of paper.
Exactly, dummy.
Dummy.
Exactly.
No,
what are you doing with school? That's my point. Nothing.
But I'm saying it's more reputable.
What are you doing with school?
What you mean?
What are
I
you doing
learned.
with- what are you doing with school?
I am who I am because I went to school.
No, you're not. What
Yes,
are you doing?
I am.
No, you're not. What are you doing with school right now?
What you mean? I'm done with school.
Okay. And what
I
is it doing
am
for your life that you couldn't have done if you just did social media? You would have saved $100,000.
Type. I got my bachelor's paid for. I got a scholarship.
I'm so smart. I go to school. Waste $100,000.
No. I got my bachelor's paid for scholarship, but master's I did pay for out of pocket.
For nothing.
But anyways, I think I manifested in a way meeting Bradley, okay, and becoming however I am now. I'm not saying I'm
What
like
if I
rich and
manifested
famous.
meeting you?
Oh.
You manifested meeting the love of your life? I don't believe you.
What about that? What about that? What if I manifested meeting you?
Really?
I might have. I probably did. I manifested a lot of
Who shot their shot first?
I did.
Oh, so you manifested her.
So that means I did?
Yeah.
I shot my shot first.
Because if you went after it, then that's not you manifesting. That's you
That's you
going after
getting.
something.
Oh, so it was me.
So anyways, Brad had like an emergency. He had to go take a dump. But anyways, basically what I was saying about manifestation, Nate here, if you guys are real ones listening to this, you know that Nate, maybe 8 podcasts ago, was talking about Wendy, right? Wendy, was it Ortiz?
Yeah.
Wendy Ortiz. And he said like she is bad as he said like he loves her, okay?
Someone find that clip.
Someone find that clip and DM it to Nate, okay? On Instagram, or find the timestamp. But he said that about Wendy. And then, okay, 4th of July, he met Wendy at a phase party. Randomly, he met her, he shook her hand, he said, "You're gorgeous."
He said you're more beautiful in person.
You're more beautiful in person. Every girl loves to hear that. That is the best compliment, okay? So, A+ for you. And then, after that, she went on a live stream, was looking at your TikTok page, and was like, "This man is so fine. He's an 8 out of 10.
I don't think she said he was so fine. She just said I was cute.
She said you were cute. She was rating you. She was looking at your TikToks. She liked it. She was blushing. Okay. As a girl, I saw how she was reacting. She was feeling it.
Right.
And now, like, he manifested her. I think he can cuff her.
What are you guys
Can you go get Mike, bro? 30 minutes later.
Go get Mike.
Mike's here.
Go get Mike.
Huh?
Go get Mike.
We're talking about. Can you please go get Mike? He's been out there for 10 minutes.
Can't get Mike.
Please go get Mike.
I'm busy.
I'm filming.
All right. So how do you feel about the situation?
I mean, I feel weird. I just feel like her fans are like, they're picking me apart right now.
Well, that's what girls do. But you are.
It's because you're a boy, bro.
How? Don't you say that shit. They're about to clip that and be like, oh, Nate's we confirm.
No, he's
Wait, you? No, I guess you're not.
he's not a boy.
I'm
Well-
not.
He's a lover boy.
Look, they're making me feel weird about the baby mama TikToks, saying I have a weird obsession and fetish with baby mamas, which
I
is not a
don't
thing.
think
I was dating a
Well,
baby
you
mama.
post a lot about baby mamas.
Okay,
But okay, he likes baby mamas. I used to.
but no, I don't have an obsession with baby mamas. I won't just date baby mamas. It was just a thing.
You
because I
prey
was-
on baby mamas.
Oh my god.
No, he likes all women, but he's okay also with a woman having children.
Because you shouldn't be scared of a girl with kids.
Facts.
There's no weird obsession. I was dating a baby mama.
Cause you feel like you could take advantage of them or
Oh
what?
my god.
He feels
do
like he
not
can
say
take
that.
care of them. No, but people know Brad's a troll, bro. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like a idiot. I'm gonna get Mike.
Oh my god, bro.
God, I love trolling, man. Holy. Hey, Bam, you want to go in the pool? Okay. Okay. She's crazy. Sit. Sit. No, you gotta sit. 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 Paw. Don't look away. Paw. Paw. That's a good dog.
Damn, the shirt's fresh though.
We can't see him.
You guys are sitting right here the whole time.
No, I was taking.
I told Brad to get you. I told him.
I know you would.
I was taking.
He was taking a
Did you get new tattoos?
Nope. Same tattoos.
What if I just vlog like
We
this?
like this aesthetic.
Thank you.
He dressed up and then look at us.
This is just my.
Yeah, you wore the same thing from yesterday.
He did really.
Huh?
Thing from yesterday.
No, I didn't.
You literally.
That's the same exact thing you wore yesterday.
It is. I mean, it's not that hard to prove it either.
Yeah. I think it's like on.
Get back on that same camera.
Very true.
Yeah.
I want to start filming people.
Can I hold that?
It's so fun.
Dude, he wants
Yeah,
to
you're
be.
rich. Get out of here.
He wants to be you so bad. Brad got a raptor. Mike got a raptor.
No, he had it first.
Yeah. She's trying to start beef, and she's like, we don't care.
Yeah, he had it first.
Wait, do you like? Should I call you Mike or Dom?
If I'm not in character, then Mike.
Okay.
What are you, new?
No, I just don't know because I call you Mike and you told me call you Dom.
When I'm in character, yeah.
And then you told me call you good boy.
Wait, when did I say that?
Whoa.
I was like, I had to question that because I was like, Chaz reached out to them, or they were talking about working out with me, but they were like, I don't know if it's a good fit.
Because of your sexuality?
Yeah, I'm just way too sexual. They're like, dude, I don't know, man. This is just, we're all getting super turned on here, and we can't sell any bars because we're way too horny to do work. Too horny.
You guys are so immature.
They are good though.
40-year-old men, by the way.
Yeah, kids forever, dude. Kids forever.
40-year-old men, by the way. Let's go.
We supposed to grow up and be like, I'm a robot.
Yeah.
Only make jokes that are
mature.
like what? How dumb would that be? You're just gonna when you turn 30, you're just gonna be like, oh,
How old are you?
17.
Yeah.
17.
I know she's 17.
She's 25.
Like this entire
I'm
time.
24.
We're gonna be 25 basically.
I'm 24.
When's
I
your
just
birthday?
February.
Oh, you expired already.
Oh yeah, you're almost over there.
Oh, you almost have a brain.
I do have a brain.
No, like almost at 25.
No, mine's all developed. It's
Oh,
been
are you
developed.
sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? You
No,
wouldn't be able to tell if your brain wasn't developed yet.
No.
How would you be able to know?
Bro, mine's developed.
Yeah.
Compared to other women 24 years of age.
Just because you're more mature does not mean.
Your brain's developed.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I lacking?
Full brain. What are you,
No,
deaf?
but like-
Whole brain.
You're lacking listening skills, bitch.
Fucking
Brain
basic
being an
comprehension.
entire piece.
Yeah, what do you like? A frontal lobe? I don't know.
She's trying to think of some
Dude,
questions to say if
I
she can
regret inviting him on.
Why?
Well, you like really made a big deal about me coming here.
Yeah, because we've been asking you for months.
Yeah,
years.
That's how it works. You gotta make
Years?
them want it.
Years?
Years.
She's gaslighting us now. Mainly you, but
Whatever,
That's
let's-
sad.
So she probably wanted me to come on here for years.
I did. Let's go run this pod, bro. All right,
Okay.
guys, what's up? Serious Far here, and we're back at it with another podcast with the beautiful Mike.
You were hesitating. You didn't know what to call me.
No, I knew what to call you.
You were gonna call him Dom.
I
Yeah,
didn't know if I should say Dom or Mike. Are you in
Exactly.
character right now?
No.
Okay, so we're here with Mike.
Damn, we should interview Dom.
You can.
I like Mike. He
No,
has like
Dom
multiple
is-
personalities.
You can do
Dom.
both. You just got to tell me which one you want.
Dom is God.
We'll just go-
Okay, I want to know. What does Dom think about podcasting?
We have a whole video on that.
I know, I know, but I want to hear it.
We did it like 7 years ago.
Exactly.
You asking Dom? This
Yeah. Yes, we need Dom to answer this
didn't even
question.
get time to warm up. Jesus Christ. All right, how much you paying me for this?
I like his voice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Italian.
Clock is ticking. Time is
Okay,
money. How much you paying me for this? You wanted Dom? You gotta
Cheetos.
pay for
Pay you
Dom.
in you like Cheetos?
Cheetos? Like,
Nicotine pouches.
okay. Yeah, times are tough. All right, economy, whatever. Nicotine pouches. and
$7.
Cheetos. Yeah, $7 and the nicotine.
Yes.
and the Cheetos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steal idiots, morons. You idiots.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So podcast.
Yeah. Tell us about podcasts.
Yeah. Well, if you're paying me in Cheetos and nicotine, then I'll do it all day, man. Just sit here, talk, get paid to talk. It's like therapy, but you don't have to pay somebody to do it. You get paid to do it.
Do you think people actually figure things out, or they just create more problems on podcasts?
It's just a big echo chamber. You just invite people on who basically agree with you, and then you just talk about what you agree with, and you just want somebody else to also agree with you. Why would I want somebody to disagree with me?
I have a question for Dom.
Okay, no. What's up, Brad?
Do you think men and women are equal?
Hold on a second. I gotta ask that. Do you think men and women are equal?
Great question, Brad. Glad you asked.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
obviously.
What are some things that men are good at that women aren't good at?
Like other than everything?
Okay, what are some things women are better at than men?
Other than
Cooking.
nothing.
Cooking.
But like the equal in the sense that like
No, some of the top chefs are guys.
if you're looking at the center point being nothing, like it's zero, good at everything, good at nothing, they're equal distant from the center. So equal. The equal in the sense that like
both-
just as good as men are at everything, women are as bad at everything. So equal in that sense. Right? That's equality.
Would you consider yourself a misogynistic person?
you like massages?
Yeah, I like massage. Yeah. Get a massage every couple weeks.
I like massages.
Yeah.
Do you like massages?
No, personally.
Sounds like you're a misogynist then.
I don't like being touched.
Ever?
Yeah, especially like my back. I just tense up. I'm not relaxed.
Sounds like you need a massage.
No, I don't want a massage.
Well, you're tense.
But I tense up even more when I get a massage.
You gotta learn to relax.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Relax, Jesus.
I hate when a man tells me to relax.
Does it
Why?
make you tense?
Yeah.
Because you should relax.
It makes me angry.
Try and relax. Try harder. You don't look relaxed.
No,
you
that's
look
not
angry.
relaxed.
I'm relaxed.
Am I in character anymore? What am I doing?
No.
No, you're great.
Okay. Good
Thank you
job,
for coming
guys.
on. We appreciate
Thank
you.
Yeah, I'll invoice you for those Cheetos and nicotine
Yeah, that's fine. I got you.
and the $7.
Perfect. So, Mike, how long have you been doing content for?
Almost 15 years. October will be 15.
Really?
Well, successfully. I've been doing it successfully for 15 years.
Okay, how long did it take prior to you doing it successfully?
I started making YouTube videos, I think, in like a year, 2 years before, maybe. So like first one went viral in October 2010, and I was making like sketches in like
That's insane.
2008, 09.
That's when I was
yeah.
born.
What? No, you weren't.
Yes,
You were
I
born
was.
in 2000.
No.
You just said you were turning 25.
I said 17.
Oh, well, wow, that's weird.
No, I'm kidding. I was born in 2001.
Cool.
Holy you were like 6.
September 11th, 2001.
Wow.
Why September 11th?
Your birthday, right?
You
No.
said 2001.
Yeah.
September 11th.
I didn't say September
Where
11th.
were you?
Is that a racist joke? I don't know where I was.
Why did your mind go to racism? Are you racist?
Yeah, what the hell's going on here?
I'm not racist.
Then why did you automatically think racism?
Wait, why did you think my birthday was 9/11?
Wait, what does 9/11 your birthday have to do with racism?
Yeah,
though?
what? That's a weird leap.
Super
Am I
weird.
getting gaslit right
No, you were the one who said it. We're trying to
Jesus.
figure out why you said it based on 9/11.
you said it. It's
What does
all
it have to
your
do with
words.
racism?
He
Your
looks like
words.
the emoji.
What emoji?
Oh yeah, the guy, the one going like
The
this.
racist one?
The guy going like, what?
When you use emojis, what color do you use?
Usually I do use the black one.
You use the black one?
Why? Like
My mom uses the black one. No way. Swear, bro.
I don't know. I think I one time did it, so they're all set to that. So I just I use that or the very yellow one.
They're
The
not
very
all
yellow
set
one.
to black.
yeah.
Mine are.
No,
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
the default
You
just
have
like
to,
that.
you have to manually
Oh,
do
I
it.
meant
Yeah,
like
you have to hold it.
no, I meant
Every
like
single
on my
one.
recents, on my like. Look, I'll show you.
My
means you
mom
gotta-
uses strictly the black hands everything.
Did she ever explain why?
No, I should ask
Like,
her though.
look.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro. What the? You have a black lady as an emoji.
Yeah, that's.
now
I
you
mean-
changed it to that. Stop
No,
lying.
it's not my emoji. It's the. As I'm showing my text messages, it's the. Whatever. I don't know.
That's not default.
Look, I don't really know. I don't really know.
Hot button issue I just brought up. Cool stuff.
Racism.
Yeah.
But she brought it up.
Oh, yeah, actually, you did bring it up. Wow, that's crazy.
Dude, I'm trying to find an emoji. Hold on. This is so funny. My mom only. This is actually.
I just like the black emojis. Sorry.
What if it was you that said it, Brad?
Said what?
Because you're like the son that like does that on people on like your mom's phone. Just set all the emojis to black.
No, she just does it.
There's no way she just does that.
Bro, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna find it. She sent me so many pictures. Anyone else's parents like send you like random memes and shit
My
all
mom
the time?
sends me random Facebook reels.
Does your mom send you stuff? Ever?
No, she sends me like baby pictures.
Aw, do you want a baby?
Yeah.
You want to be a
Dude.
father?
My mom
yeah.
will not stop sending me political. She's like forcing me. It's the worst.
Sucks, man.
It's the worst thing.
My dad used to be like that.
My mom sends me clips of this podcast.
Does she?
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
She's
you
like,
say
"Cut all
stupid.
this out.
Why are you saying this, Nate?
Why are you associating yourselves with these people?
True.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, we're trying to make Nate famous.
No, there's only usually one bad person in this room.
Did you invite them?
Well, it's his
What the?
house.
How me?
No, I'm saying out of the two of us, like if Nate were to associate with like bad people, it'd be you, not me.
Dude, I'm the best person in here.
I just caught.
You guys are
straight.
like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
I was not even in the conversation. I just got pulled in just
got
to
us
be
straight.
Yeah.
Poor
Damn it.
Mike. Oh wait, when did you guys meet, and how did you two meet? Get
Met
off your phone.
At Gold's Gym,
can't find it.
2014.
Like you guys were both working out.
Yeah, I was working out, and you were doing squats without holding on to the bar,
Yep, sounds
and
right.
I was like, "What the f- is this guy doing?" And then you came over, and you're like, "Yo, you're that guy. You make you're like the memes or something." Because I think you saw me from memes and not actually from my YouTube channel. Because I remember you saying something about memes, and then we took a picture, and then we saw each other at the gym another time, and we started talking about. I was making pre-workout at the time.
yeah.
I just started, and you were like, "Oh, I know some people." We started talking about that.
This is like your typical gym crush scenario.
Because I met someone who makes content.
Yeah, because you meet people at the gym. Why you got to make it sexual?
Yeah,
And
what's
then-
that about?
Yeah, what's up?
And then how did it get taken from outside the gym?
We started talking about the pre-workout stuff, and I think you introduced me to some people, but then we were just kind of talking about random life, whatever. I think we just became friends, and then I had some video ideas that I wanted to bring him in for, and I think one of them was it was with that pre-workout actually, and so we just started we started doing content together.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think that was the first one, and and then the second one, the one that was actually that the entire joke of like me being bigger than Brad came from was the gym nemesis video. So the idea of this video was like, you go into a gym and you see somebody who's like kind of a similar build to you, similar height, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're like,
It's a threat.
You're like, am I bigger than this guy? And like, am I? And so you're always kind of like sizing him up, and you're trying to work out next to him, and you're like, you just hate him for no reason,
Yeah.
just because he's like a threat to you. And so I was like, it'd be funny if I use Brad as that character, and I walk into the gym and I'm like, I'm definitely bigger than this dude. And I just like that whole video spawned that joke of Dom like spiraling into insecurity, being like, I'm bigger than this guy, and then like never letting it go. And that's where it all started, like the gym nemesis video.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That went viral.
Yeah, that shit was good. It was a funny video.
Well, I feel like at the time those were original ideas. Now I've seen that like idea replayed like 100 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Classic.
That's crazy.
if you want to get a viral clip, you just kind of take one of my ideas, and
Yeah, you
sometimes
just-
you just take my clip and then you just put yourself after it.
right.
And you're
it
like,
just
I'm
goes-
famous now. Yeah,
it just goes crazy.
That was the 2020 playbook for people
Yeah.
getting, fitness TikTok famous. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a real thing.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of how all industries sort of go, right? Like people take
Everything just-
inspiration, but
Gets
Well,
like,
yeah,
recycled.
I think that's but nothing is as bad as like TikTok and the internet, because taking inspiration is that's what do they say, like steal like an artist, like all that, but like there's like no original ideas. Everything's kind of inspired
Yeah.
by something, which is fine, but it's different than literally taking someone's content, like literally taking their content and posting it, and then posting you afterwards and being like, that's just stealing.
or
Yeah.
taking the same content.
Like there's a difference between inspiration,
That's
even
straight up
close
copyright.
inspiration, and plagiarism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the worst though was when people would actually just take my lines. They would take my script.
Yeah.
Because at least the other, you see my face and you see it's not them. But like taking my actual script, that's just plagiarism.
Yeah.
and then just reading it themselves, basically.
Yeah. Taking the jokes.
That happened mostly in like 22.
Yeah, like 2020 to 2022, I would say. Especially when Reels started to, because I still see it now, but when Reels started to pop off in like 2022, there was a lot of the like clipping.
Yeah.
And then just like, it was usually somebody with a caption and then just doing an exercise, and then it would cut to me talking about one of my clips. And then it was just like, people were like, who's this guy?
Yeah. It's so different now.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's kind of weird now. Like how do people even differentiate themselves now? I feel like no one does.
I feel like you can't. Unless, I mean, I feel like every idea has been already played out
Yeah, I don't know.
in a certain way.
Well, I
So
think-
how do you think you garner now? How do you think you garner?
Well, like
still
you
popularity?
can. It's just because whenever I make content pretty infrequently, but when I do, especially on like my personal Instagram, when I make something that like I believe is like really original and authentic to me, it always does well. And I think it's just like it's harder to create that type of content, and so you see less of it, and you see more people just getting clickbait and views and doing whatever
Yeah.
they can. So it seems like that type of content doesn't exist anymore. It does. It's just buried underneath a lot of this like brain rot shit. So like there still is, you still can do that. Like people still want to be entertained by something that is actually good, that people actually connect with. It's just harder to find and it's harder to do.
Yeah, but after seeing like you and Brad talk yesterday, Brad double booked me and Mike, and he picked Mike over me. But
Well, that's not exactly what happened.
no, that's exactly what happened.
No,
No, it
let me
isn't.
explain what happened. What happened is I agreed to talk with Mike like a couple weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And And then I forgot that I told you the day before, yeah, we could film tomorrow.
That's exactly what double booking is.
Yeah, you just described
yeah,
the booking.
that's literally that.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what happened. When I said it sounded a little different.
it didn't. So him and Mike talked for literally an hour and a half trying to come up with a video idea. Like you are very good at coming up with like original ideas.
Yeah. Well, it's where it just makes for a better video. Like
Yeah.
we can just jump in and improv it, and I'm sure it'll be good. But like, if there's a really strong concept behind it, especially if it's improv, you'll be able to get better jokes and keep the action flowing. And for me, like if I'm trying to just be in character and make jokes, like it helps to have beats and plot points to work from. Otherwise, I'm just trying to like pull from thin air.
Yeah,
and
of
that
course.
becomes really difficult.
No, you're really good at like strategizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could appreciate
I just wing it.
No, you're good too. You guys bounce off each other
Yeah,
really well.
I need to have that that chemistry and like.
Yeah, you guys are like twin flames.
What does that mean?
It's like you
You're
guys
just
are
like always trying to find a way to make it weird.
no, you guys no, that's not weird. It's like friend soulmates.
It's weird.
That's no, it's like nothing sexual. It's just like
what the fuck's going on here?
Digging in and making it weird.
like you guys are really good together as friends, obviously. But I'm saying like you bounce ideas off each other really well. You've been friends forever.
yeah, you don't
Like
need to
that's
put
a testament. Like if you've
Yeah.
both been in the industry and you've been friends for a decade, like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah.
you could just say we're good friends. You don't need to put like a TikTok tag on it. Be like,
It's
you guys
so
are twin flames.
Yeah.
Yeah, just call it. We're just friends.
All right, you guys are best friends. It's cute.
We're both creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more organized creatively.
Obviously,
I'm a
you're the
little
least
bit just more
organized
like
person.
throw it, see what happens.
Yeah.
But it works because like I'll throw random ideas and he'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have like,
Mixture of both.
Yeah, the dynamic is funny, and also like it's
Fun
beyond
friends.
just like your like the character you play, but like it only works in certain ways. This dynamic of me like bullying you in character and me saying all these things, because like if you're trying to think of like why somebody would go along with this, why somebody would listen to Dom, why they would tolerate like the bullying, why the audience would even get behind it. Because if I'm bullying somebody who like is like your typical sidekick, who's like, you know, a nerd, you'd just Dom's, you'd feel
Yeah,
bad.
you'd feel bad.
But it's like funnier when I'm bullying you, and you're just like, why are you going along with it? And it makes it for like a funny thing. And I think now that we're doing it again, this idea of like us
Because
both
I'm
being,
so much greater than you.
oh, no, we're not going
It
there.
makes sense.
No, but
Like
you're not.
they're obviously like, of course this guy wouldn't get bullied. That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Because he could never bully me in another circumstance.
Like in real life.
Yeah.
Like IRL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
I never get bullied. No, I got bullied a lot when I was a kid.
And you're like, come think of it now.
I got bullied a lot. I was a little bit of a bully too when I was a kid though.
Bro,
Went
you're
back
a
and forth.
bully now.
I'm not a bully at all. What? What's the thumbs up? What's the thumbs up?
You're a bully.
Yeah, but
I'm not a bully.
bully.
When's the last time I bullied you?
Like earlier.
Earlier.
What'd I say?
Bro, with the camera, you
like-
kept saying.
Yes. Tell him what you
Yeah.
said.
You were holding the camera and you were talking about
Because
how
Nate's a Sam don't mean I'm a bully. Two different things.
Damn.
you can't justify your bullying,
No,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, because he's
With
bro,
bullying.
That's
Like,
not a
you're
bully. That's
bitch-ass
like
simp.
that's just selling the truth, and then he just doesn't like that, so he
Such
calls
a-
me a bully.
I don't know how, but every man I've ever like conversated with, they are the best gaslighters. Men are so good at gaslighting.
You know what I learned about you?
I
That sounds
respect
like
it.
gaslighting.
You
I res-
yeah. Hold on. You gaslight by saying everyone gaslights.
No,
man.
I respect men that can gaslight so well.
Nah,
It's
you're gaslighting us right now.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you
it's
so much.
honestly crazy.
You gaslight us every
Nah,
time.
bro. I don't.
Queen gaslighter.
No.
Man.
Sorry, I'm honest sometimes.
Well, oh, that's just honest.
So it's not bullying if you do it.
I don't bully.
It's just honesty.
Yes.
Okay.
Thought that was for me.
Damn, that's crazy. The double standard. That's nuts.
So many double standards.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
I have triple standards.
Does it just go back to you then? It's just like it's just triple standards are just like back to normal.
Back to one.
It just resets.
Okay, so Mike,
Yeah.
I know Brad obviously has had a hard time, you know, with life and like
What
that.
the is this? What the fuck? What the? We just got done talking
All
about
the time with she pauses, just says life. She's like, wow.
I was gonna say with relationships, and then I realized it's
You're
just
like,
all
well,
encompassing.
we can just sweep it all in there. Okay, sure.
Thanks.
So Brad's had a hard time like living and
Being alive.
You're not getting better at this.
Brad's had a hard time balancing
Yeah.
Okay.
like content and relationships in the past.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something that you feel is also you have struggled with?
No.
No, you're good at.
Yeah. There's always things like with any job that's going to conflict with relationships, but the content side of it has never been an issue for me, like with my relationships, especially like the bro sign stuff. Like I'm playing a character. Like
Yeah.
it's entirely separate. Like I do this thing. There's no like I'm not like vlogging. You know.
Yeah.
There's not like I'm not trying to like I don't know.
And I
Like,
guess you don't really have girls in your content.
No. Yeah. I don't like do a lot of collaborations either.
Yeah.
I never really have. But no, I always just like I do prioritize relationships. Like as much as I want, to be successful, like I don't need to do it at the expense of people close to me or things, that are important.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you thought that way the past like 15 years doing content, or has that become more of a thing like the last 5?
No, I've always felt that way. I've always like, even when I was younger and like got internet famous at like 22, I've always valued relationships. Like I'd enjoy being single, but it wasn't because I was like trying to, because I didn't want to be in a relationship. It was like, I just didn't find the right person. So
Right.
it was like, I'd stay as single until I met somebody. And then when I do, I'd be in a relationship. And then I just didn't see that like the allure of just like, just being single and like chasing whatever for the sake of it. Like I enjoy whatever sort of scenario my life is at the time. Like if it's single, and I'm going to fully enjoy that. If I'm in a relationship, I'm going to commit to that and enjoy that. But the work was just kind of separate.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it's because he wasn't vlogging. It wasn't like mix of real life.
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah.
getting challenging. I mean, I think like in my earlier relationship, there was, there's like moments of like jealousy and things with like the internet fame, but nothing too crazy. Nothing
Yeah.
that was like just a constant fight, but it was like certain things when we were both younger that would
Spike little arguments.
Yeah, but it's never been a thing on my end that's been, problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you date a girl that's also in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on like, just depends on the person and the values, really. Like, I think it's harder to find people that align with your values, like in the internet industry and in LA, just because it tends to.
Be soul sucking.
Well, yeah, it kind of exposes who you are at your core. Like a lot of people would say like, oh, I'd never do this, I'd never do that, but they just don't know. They haven't been tested. They haven't
Yeah.
been offered the opportunities. They haven't been given the chance to sell their soul or, just become a person or like expose what their values really are.
Right.
So anyone could be like, yeah, no, I would never change. It's like, well, you wouldn't know. Like you
Yeah.
have no idea.
That's why I always say
like-
that about you.
Yeah, Brad would say that like when I first met him like 3 years ago. He was like, "Oh, you're just gonna like me over and change and like switch up."
But she didn't, obviously.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I wouldn't." And
Well,
then
Brad's
he was
always
like, just,
been, yeah.
He was like, "Just wait until you like start making money, and then like your true colors."
But you know me. You know a lot of people switched up on me.
Yeah, but so same with me.
Yeah.
We've always like we kind of take different stances on it. You've always been like untrusting from the start, and I'm like, I kind of just take the stance like these people are going to show themselves one way or the other, and though it will feel like a betrayal, they're not actually going to take anything away from me. And I'd rather, it was actually not too long ago, I realized I was like, that's just how it's going to be. Like I either don't trust anybody, which to me feels like a lonely, sad way to live, or people are going to be who they are and you don't truly know until they f you over. And so I'd be like, I think about my closest friends and my relationships and I go, I would gladly be burned 9 times out of 10 if on the 10th person I met somebody who was worth it. And like that to me is like, I stick by that. Cause like, otherwise I don't trust 10 out of 10 and then you miss that relationship.
I'm gonna cry.
That's so sweet.
So sweet.
Wow.
That's gonna be a clip.
Clip that.
Clip that.
Yeah. Just put it back to back with me being Dom in the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk about nicotine and Cheetos.
No, but that is a good way to live.
I wonder how Dom would answer that.
Does Dom even have,
I don't even think he has
he
friends.
doesn't have, it's like, no, yeah.
Just be
It's like
me.
Dom versus the world.
It would just be
Basically,
me.
Yeah. It's like, that's one of
his
the
friend-
that's
friend
one
that
of the
he
funniest
hates.
like plot points is like as the series goes on, it's like dude, your only friend is Brad. And he has like a psychotic breakdown. Like,
Oh, that's such a good, bro. That's such a good
like him
fucking
realizing
video
that,
idea.
like, oh my God, like my only friend is Brad.
And you bully the
Oh,
shit
that's
out of
such
him.
a good video idea.
Yeah, that's really
Oh,
funny.
damn.
Yeah. Because I think the best these videos, like, as like stupid as they are, the best ones come from like just a really funny, ironic take on like what's really going on. So like people, you know, having no real friends and realizing like,
Bro,
yeah,
imagine I'm like trying to get you like I could tell you're like mad, but you're mad at me kind of because it's like I'm the reason why you're kind of mad. 'Cause you're realizing it
because I'm just projecting.
and I'm trying to get you to go to therapy and you're like fighting me over it.
Yeah.
But you're in therapy and I catch you, you're like crying.
And it'd be funny too, like,
oh my God.
it'd be
This is a
funny if
good
like
video.
another reason, because I've always thought about like the question of like why does Brad go along? Like, because you have to have that answer, otherwise it just doesn't make sense. And it's funny when like you're kind of like you go along because your character, you're kind of just being like a dumb meathead. Like that's funny, but
He also doesn't have friends at the end.
but
of
like
it.
I think it'd be a little bit funny too if you're like, yeah, just like I feel bad for the guy. He's got no friends, like, you know.
But then you also realize I'm your only friend.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But like I'm just mad at you for that.
Yeah, we do like therapy and like that. Oh, dude, that would be a
So
funny ass
like
bit.
couples therapy. I can be
Well,
the therapist.
this was funny because you were sitting here, we were talking about something, and the way you were talking with your glasses over there, it felt like a therapy session.
sesh?
I was like, that's really funny.
I feel like I'd be a good therapist. My undergrad was in psychology. I wanted to be a therapist.
Did you use it? Huh? Your degree.
No, I didn't use it, but I could use it for this YouTube video.
Okay, yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Licensed therapist.
Could you be like, how long would it take
Well,
for you to
no,
be
I
a
would have
licensed-
had to get my master's also in psychology, but I got my master's business.
I got my master's in YouTube. Instead.
You did a good job. I mean, it probably pays more than other masters.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, what did your master's even teach you in business?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you
Well,
actually
no,
know?
I learned absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I learned not to spend money on it.
I
You really didn't learn anything like useful?
not really. I mean, I learned how to like. If you were to tell me like, Sarah, think of a fact that you learned while getting your master's, nothing really. God. But I learned how to time manage, and I learned how to like prioritize things, like what's more important to do, when to do it.
That's why I hate
So
school.
you did.
This
I
is-
mean, you
but
did
this
learn
is-
something.
I learned like life skills.
But this is why I
genuinely-
hate school, is because you could learn that just in life.
Right.
That's the.
But like I've learned way more doing business on social media, like talking to brands or like marketing, whatever
Right.
it is. I learned way more actually doing business and making my own like business as opposed to like getting my master's.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's why I hate school.
Right. But I don't want to be making YouTube videos forever either.
I think school would be more useful like when you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked
Yeah,
about
like,
like you want to
yeah.
be a nurse or something.
Or like even for me, like film school wasn't that helpful when I was in it because I was like, I don't know where I'm going to use this. Now that I'm doing it, I'd be like, I know where I'd want to learn from it. I know
Yeah.
where I'd want to like learn those skills and apply them now that I can.
Yeah, it's like if you went
Yeah.
opposite, like first you're doing this and then you went to film school, like you
Yeah.
could get more out of it.
Exactly. And I think the same for business. If you're like,
Yeah.
all right, here's where I'm lacking. Like if I'm going to business school, I'll be like, this is what I want to learn.
Yes.
Versus just like, here's a bunch of information that I don't know how to apply. So therefore I'm not really retaining it.
No,
and
because it's
applying
all
it. Yeah.
so broad and it's anything from like, I don't know, like freights to, it's just so much.
Right.
Like to like Excel, like documents or
That's-
doing
yeah.
a invoice or whatever it
It's the
is.
same because I remember in film school, I'm like, I'm not going to learn too much about lighting because I'm not going to be the lighting guy.
Yeah.
But now I'm like using it more. I'm like, oh, maybe I could have. You know?
Yeah.
And like you don't really know what to pay attention to or like,
Exactly.
what's applicable to you.
Because it's just so broad. It goes
Yeah.
anywhere from like
Yeah.
A to Z.
Speaking of school, how about Epstein?
Wait, what about Epstein?
How did you bridge this school?
Just thinking about it.
It was just, I was looking for any segue. It doesn't
Where's
matter.
the correlation? What's
There is
the correlation?
none. There's no
It's also
correlation.
so hot in here.
It's
I
fine.
turned the AC up a while ago, waiting for it to.
I don't
kinda-
think you did it in here. I
No,
think
I
this room is
swear I
like
did.
faulty.
I turned it up.
It don't hit this room, bro.
No, it's definitely on. Go make sure it's on. Oh, that's on. No, I just brought that up because I just thought it was interesting lately.
Oh,
been
what's up with
tweeting about it.
Epstein?
They were like, no lists, no clients. Stop talking about it.
So him and Diddy both just like got off scotch free.
I mean, apparently he's dead, which there's a whole,
Wait,
there's
who's dead?
conspiracies.
Epstein? Oh, yeah.
But there's all conspiracies around all that too.
He's probably on an island somewhere with me.
Back on an island, dude. I don't know. It's just crazy. I like talking about that because I just find it so interesting. But maybe
Dom's awfully quiet over there. Maybe he's
don't
been.
he's been where?
Dom? Were you asking
Mike.
Dom or Mike?
Mike.
Which one?
I don't know. Maybe both have been there.
Dom?
Definitely.
Dom's like the seat.
Dom would go there thinking it's like Fire Festival and then end up being like, what is where am I?
Fire Festival DM'd me.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. Should I go?
That's not a
Yeah.
thing. That's never a thing.
Wait, isn't he selling it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I saw.
Yeah, I saw
Selling it. It's not a real thing.
You should go though. I had a friend who went to the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
actually went to the first
Yeah,
one?
he actually went to the first one.
Like on the island? and
On the
everything?
island, everything. Yeah, he showed me pictures. It was hilarious.
What happened? What did he?
Exactly
Stop
like
fidgeting.
the documentary said. And he was like, it wasn't that bad. And it's like for him, he's like, yeah, I got to hang out with like Instagram models. And he's like, yeah, but for them it was an internment camp. He showed me the cheese sandwiches. And he's like, at first it was all right. And then like all the supplies are kind of like dwindled. And then he was just like, you know, he's a guy. You know what I mean? Like we can kind of deal with anything.
Yeah.
Wait,
But-
so has there been other fire festivals after that?
They're trying to do a second one, yeah.
He just kept talking about doing it again. Now he's gonna sell it, and
So it's not gonna happen.
I don't think so. It sounds like it's just like an
Let
internet
me
meme at
find
this point.
DM.
Yeah, find the DM because I want to know what they invited you to.
It seems like just a big meme at this point.
But it was from the legit account.
Wait, what?
Wait.
You guys don't follow any of that Epstein?
No.
Only what kind of comes through on the news feed.
Where do you get your news from?
You're looking at it, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you-
Scroll.
Twitter.
Yeah, I like to just get it from all different sources and just see what people are talking about from
What
all different
bias
sides.
comes
yeah,
from
it's just
where?
Like, it's fun to see.
God, how can we do an Epstein video?
You can't.
No, you can't.
It's just like, he's trying so hard.
You can't.
Yeah, he's trying
Dude,
so
you
hard to do
can,
it.
dude.
No, bro.
There's a way to do this.
You're gonna end up like Steve. No YouTube accounts.
No, not
Oh,
like
Jesus.
an actual Epstein video. I'm saying like
Yeah,
but a
what the
comedy sketch.
Sure.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
I think the way to do it would be to like it's what's the word? It's just like it metaphorically. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we don't. I think it'd be funny too if we kept like almost saying it and stopping ourselves and then like looking around. You know what I mean? Like
The only way you could do it is if South Park does it first.
I think they've done it.
the idea that we had was that like I was trying to find Brad's list. Like he was up to some. I was trying to uncover the conspiracy, and like that's funny because it's just like it's like nodding to it without.
That's also
being
kind of like true. Like I think if you actually try, you might get a list.
hell yeah.
A list of what?
I don't know
We
what
don't know.
weird
That's what we're
shit
trying to
you
find
do.
out.
I don't have any lists.
One time we went into his room,
I
like
can't
on.
write.
One time we went into his room, like on vlog, and there was just some weird stuff in there.
There's
like,
a bunch of cocoa oil in there.
yeah.
Oh,
it's just-
what?
it's
I don't
like
even use cocoa
an
oil.
oddly supply.
Coconut oil? Yeah, you do.
I use coconut oil, yeah. I thought you said cocoa oil.
Coconut oil. That's the
Oh,
same thing.
okay. Yeah, I use coconut oil.
For what?
My skin.
And
Everyone else's skin.
My skin?
For everyone else's skin.
Skin in
It's
general.
good for your skin. You guys not use coconut oil?
Someone's
No.
blowing you up.
I ended up changing my number.
Why? What happened?
Because it got leaked. Wendy leaked my number.
Is that why you texted me at like 4 a.m. from a different number?
I didn't text you at 4 a.m. I don't text him. I'm asleep at 4 a.m.
Okay, buddy.
Who texts you at 4 a.m. now?
You.
I didn't. It
What are you
wasn't me.
doing up at 4 a.m.?
Well, his text woke me up. I have him like surpass do not disturb in case of emergencies.
What kind of emergency is he gonna solve?
Well, I know he takes a lot of steroids, so I don't know.
I don't
like,
take a lot of steroids.
How that
I
affects
In
used
case you
to.
needed them. hey, it's 4 a.m.
how it affects his heart.
In case
Like,
she needed them, yeah.
4 a.m.
no, I didn't know how it affects his heart and stuff like that.
Oh, so you think he would call you in case of emergency?
I think like possibly. Like maybe if like no one else picks up, like first he'd probably call a few other people. Who'd you call if like 3 a.m. you needed something?
Depends on.
I mean, my assistant lives in the house. If I really needed something, I'd probably just go talk to him.
Okay.
If he wasn't there, I'd probably call my mom.
But your mom's in NorCal.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice talking to mom.
Okay. What
You
else?
know?
Depends on what you need.
Yeah, it depends on what you need.
Okay, you say you need a ride to the hospital.
Probably call Nate.
An Uber.
Call 911,
An ambulance.
dumbasses.
Yeah, right.
Call an Uber.
Who do you
Yeah.
call, Mike?
Well, if I needed to go to the hospital, I'd call 911.
what if the Uber canceled on you?
Yeah,
No, I'd call Nate.
an Uber Black.
Yeah, they never cancel.
Yeah,
they
they're
want the bread.
they're right outside.
Yeah, they're always there.
Yeah.
They want
Fucking
the bread.
ambulance. I'm taking an Uber Black. That should be right there, and I'd be like, step
That
on
is
it,
true.
buddy.
Yeah, because well, the ambulance costs you like $5K to
Exactly.
get to the
Uber
fucking,
Black cost me like $30. Get to the hospital. Let's go.
Probably like 80, but yeah.
It depends on how far the hospital is.
Yeah, they got one in West Hills over here. I'm
Yeah,
close.
you'll be fine. Call an Uber Black.
But yeah, I'd probably call my mom. It'd probably just be anxiety, so I just need to talk to someone. You know.
All right, guys, please pardon this interruption, but this podcast is sponsored by Wayfair. Okay, Wayfair makes it so convenient to buy furniture.
We literally got this couch right here.
We
from
got that
Wayfair.
black couch,
Yeah.
pan to it, clip it. We got that black couch from Wayfair. I've bought a lot of my home furniture from Wayfair. I know my mom has too. You just buy it and then you build it and it looks perfect. It's very reasonably priced.
Honestly, better than IKEA too.
Yeah, doesn't it feel nice to just escape into a space that feels like yours?
Like home, like this.
Like home.
This podcast studio is like homey.
Room's amazing. But
Yeah. So what? They just go to Wayfair.com.
Wayfair.com and check out the furniture. They have great outdoor furniture if you guys want some like loungy chairs to put by your pool or a little umbrella with like a table situation. Whatever you need furniture-wise, Wayfair has. Home decor, furniture,
Yeah, any room, any occasion. Go to Wayfair. It's WAYFAIR.com right now. And whatever you need, they got it.
Yeah, Wayfair, every style, every home. Go check it out.
Do you ever get anxiety?
Sometimes.
You ever
every
get
once-
anxiety?
Not to the point of an anxiety attack, no.
Yeah.
But I've experienced being anxious. Yeah.
See, I've had an anxiety attack once. I've had anxiety 2 separate times in my life. I'm usually a very low, anxious person. But I had anxiety one time. It was like around a year ago. And I remember I cried to my mom. That was like it was so sad. I was crying to my mom and then I went outside and like put my feet in the pool. I remember that time.
What caused it?
I don't know. I just felt like I literally couldn't breathe. Like my breathing felt like irregular. I felt like I was going to die.
Oh, I've been there.
I feel like the internet
I
stuff
was
is a big.
I was here for one of them, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there many times.
What were you anxious about?
Death, life, stress, everything.
Hell yeah.
Think about it all.
Hell
Too
yeah.
much. Everything's just too much sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you.
Do you think that's has to do with the fact that your whole life's on the internet, basically?
Yeah, I think also just the expectations of things. Like for so long, you're living on this high of like likes and followers and all this. And you just have to deal with like if it's bad, then it's like really bad. Like when you kind of like make your identity a part of that.
Yeah.
For sure. When things aren't how you want them to be, it's like it's amplified even more. So
Damn, you asked for this.
yeah. Well, I didn't even ask for it. I guess at some point I started asking for it, but
Yeah.
in the beginning I didn't think it was gonna be what it was today at all. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Zero idea. I was just around. Sometimes I wish I'd go back to that where it was like I was just around.
What's stopping you?
I don't know. It's different now because now you like have to show up. You have to do certain things. You have to continue.
Like to make it better.
Yeah.
But like what
grow.
it sounds like the just around part is not necessarily about just like being off, but it's about just more being yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, because then you kind of, I think because you build up certain like people have expectations of like what you can do or shouldn't do. And then
Yeah.
you either talk about it or not. You either do it or not. Like even right now, we're talking about like I brought up the Epstein thing. And it's like we all like, oh, we can't really talk about that. But like I would just talk about that. But then the fact that like it's like a weird topic that people are like, oh, maybe we shouldn't talk about is like, it's not giving me anxiety. It's just like that's something I would just talk about.
Yeah.
But like just knowing in certain cases, because the internet, it's like, well, maybe you can't, which is so stupid, but it's a part of it, I guess.
Right.
So it's a good example of things where you're like, this is what I would do, but then I try and like protect other things and it's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to make responsible business choices.
Yeah.
But I think there's still like, you can still kind of lean into what is more authentic without, feeling too beholden to those expectations. Because most of them are just self-imposed. And like the ones that aren't like, oh, maybe I shouldn't talk about this because I do have a financial responsibility to like sponsors or my business or whatever. It's like, is it really worth it? It's like not everything is like leaning into yourself and being authentic doesn't mean a free pass, just do whatever you want. Because then it's like, you're just being irresponsible. But like, it gives you more of a direction to go towards where you're like, okay, if I do want to talk about this, like, why do I authentically want to talk about this? And maybe it leads you towards something you can talk about that wasn't like thought about before. So if like you maybe ask like, why do you want to talk about the Epstein thing so much? Think about that and be like, what is the thing there that I feel like I want the message or thing. I don't know what it is that speaks to you about it that you want to speak on, and maybe you decide like it's not worth pursuing because of the business, or maybe you find there's more in there that you actually want to talk about that you can talk about.
Wow, you're so philosophical.
You spend a long time on the internet. You really got to learn yourself.
Wow, you're spitting.
Did you not expect that from him?
No.
Why?
Do you just not listen when I talk to you?
When you talk to me, literally all you do is make fun of me. When anyone talks to me, all they do is troll me.
I just went right back to it.
It's gonna be okay.
This will be all right. This will be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
We don't just troll you. We love
Bro,
you. You're great.
Literally, all I do is just get made fun of. Like
Welcome
you looked at me earlier off camera, you're like, Sarah, you bring the
But
steroids
those are like the
And
best
then
friendships, though.
with me, and
But that's because we love you.
You can't. You ever notice like you can't roast somebody that you don't actually like.
that's true.
Like if anyone that's like your friend, you know, like if you're like your closest friendships, you roast them.
Yeah, you just make
because
fun
you know
of
it's
each
like
other.
it's not like true, and you know
Yeah.
that like that person, like your friendship is it's coming from like a place of just like lightheartedness.
Yeah.
That's why
not-
bullying's so good.
bullying is different.
Yeah.
Bullying,
Well, you bully your friends because you love them.
right? Yeah.
You know, you want them to be better, so you call out their flaws and make them feel bad about them, so they want to be better.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know
Right?
if that's
Nope,
exactly
not,
it.
That's just that might
That helps.
that might-
Okay, what do you think are some of my flaws?
Your flaws,
Yeah. And then you're going to say Mike's flaws.
your brashness.
I am brash.
Yeah, you're just like quick to be mad about something that's you don't need to be that mad about.
that's interesting.
God
Mike's-
forbid a girl's emotional.
No, it's fine. It's fair. And then Mike's flaws. This he don't really have that many.
He's perfect?
No, he's not perfect, but like I've known him for a long time, man. He doesn't really have that many. Like if I'm talking about like as a friend and stuff,
What else would you be talking about?
like as a
As
person.
a lover?
No, just like someone that I've interacted with a bunch of my life. Yeah. I'm trying to think actually for real.
Mike, what are some of Brad's flaws?
Same thing he said to you.
He's brash?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, that's why I called you out for it.
I don't want to be the same.
Yeah, we're
I
definitely
think
the same.
I think the not trusting people.
You or
You,
me?
you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think like
I've had
the-
so many reasons though. man.
the brashness is kind of a symptom of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you got a reason to, but I do think you would benefit from.
Opening up.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
at this point, I've done that. At this point,
no,
don't
I've seen
give
a
fuck
difference.
anymore.
Yeah, but like just feeling like no one can really take anything from you. So like just let people be people, and then you're just like I can't control this. So like why? Like why? Because you're allowing them to have control over it when you get worked up and when you get like they betrayed
course.
me instead of just being like you just yourself. Like go live your life. Like it doesn't change my course.
You can't
Yeah.
control other people's actions. You can only control how you react.
Thank you, Gandhi. Thank you so much for that.
I always try to tell myself.
No, mine was like that. It's like that and holding on to stuff for too long.
Yeah,
That's-
I do that in different ways. Yeah.
But yeah, him as a person, not much. Not much actually. Dom, on the other hand, as a piece of
Yeah, fucking
That's really
As a
where you build the
scumbag.
best humor
gaslighter,
from. Yeah.
misogynistic,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
manipulator.
It's funny because like that's still kind of you. Like, you just, it is him. Well, it's him.
No, I feel like Mike's like a, like he's very, I don't know. I feel like you're a lover.
I am.
Yeah.
The thought, like the jokes though, are this like they're coming like because the idea is Dom is representing the worst of people and putting it in a way that's like you can look at and realize and laugh and accept. It's an easier pill to swallow than being like people, you know, than calling out people's flaws. So it's like Dom can play that character of doing this, and it gets you to like look at it and be like, oh, this is how the world works, and this is how a lot of people are, and it's just funnier to do that. But those same thoughts is like how I view things. I just package it differently as Dom. Of course, there are some things that are just for humor's sake, where it's just like I'm reacting to something, and I'll just be like, that's a funny joke, and I'm going to say that. Whereas like I wouldn't necessarily make that joke if I'm being myself.
Yeah.
Because it's like it could come off wrong or like it doesn't represent how I actually feel. But if I'm in character, like all that matters is the humor. So it gives you sort of freedom to be like, I can say whatever I want because it doesn't reflect who I am. But like, I wouldn't make those certain jokes out of character because then it's like, doesn't necessarily speak for what I actually feel.
Yeah.
All right, let's roast Sara Safari. You dumb.
Oh, I thought we started with that. I kind of feel bad for her.
No, it's okay. I can take it.
Damn, that didn't sound convincing at all.
Yeah, no, you sound
I
like.
just cry every night. No, I actually don't care. I don't get phased.
Do you ever go home and it bothers you?
On my mother, never. I never actually get phased.
Why?
I don't know.
Have you ever?
By people being hurtful? No.
Comments, things people say.
Sometimes some of them, but if it's coming from like you said, if it's coming from people that I know and that I know have like a good heart, regardless of like a camera's on or off, then it doesn't faze me.
Oh yeah.
Like if Brad was calling me, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I can be but like I don't actually like beat myself up about it. Or if you're like,
well, you know it's not coming. Like,
exactly.
The people that you can tell when a friend is doing that and they're like, it's coming from a place of projection.
Yes,
They're just kind of jealous or being, and it's like they're not really your friend. But like if a friend is roasting you, it doesn't. You're just like, oh, jokes.
Like the only comments that get me were yesterday. I told you guys so they commented. I collabed with the Trend Twins and like the top comment on one of the clips was like, "This is like the Bonnie Blue of the fitness industry." That one kind of hurt me.
Why?
Only because I'm totally not like that. Like even all of the people I've collabed with, it's not like that.
It's because you collab with dudes.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is the audience assumes like, oh, collabing with a guy entails.
Well, yeah, but like when I heard that comment, I didn't think it was as a 1-to-1 correlation as like you're banging everybody. It's more like the correlation
Passed
is
around.
No, it's just that you're doing so many collaborations.
Passed around.
Like,
You think so?
Well, that's how I read
interpreted
it because I thought it was funny because I had the idea. I was like, oh, let's do a Bros Verse video where we do as many collaborations as we can in 24 hours because like that's funny to me. But like if it's just
That's a great video.
if it's just saying like you're Bonnie Blue, then there's not really any humor in there because you're just saying, oh, you just like have sex with people, and I'm like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
It's like there's a funny sort of metaphor in the sense of oh, you just like work with a lot of people, and like I could see why that you'd like not best comment to hear. You'd be like, oh, this kind of sucks, but like I didn't see it that way necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that video.
That'd be funny.
As many collabs in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then one in the hospital.
Yeah,
I think she ended up in the hospital.
We end up on a podcast and we're talking about how it like tore us down. It's like I regret it.
How you feel like nothing.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know who I am anymore because I've just done so many collaborations.
That's so funny.
You collab with DDG yesterday. How was that?
It was good. He was nice. Was
it for your channel or for his?
So I had hit him up to do a YouTube video for my channel, and he was like, "Oh, let's do a stream." Like
he does the
let's do a
Taco
stream
Tuesday
first.
thing.
Yeah. So it was my first time like ever talking to him, meeting him. So I think I was a little nervous in that sense, where I had never talked to him before. Like you see an internet persona, but you don't know how a person is like off camera. You know, like
yeah, he's nice.
Up.
He's a nice guy.
He was really nice. Like honestly, gave really good advice. Like before we started doing the stream. Yeah, he was like, you should do streaming. Like he was very transparent. Like showed me how much money he makes streaming. Like trying to entice me to stream.
How much money does he make streaming?
I don't know if I can say it on the
Say
internet.
it, we'll beep it. Cover your mouth.
Okay. And make sure you write down Sylvie blocks it.
Makes sense.
I saw it with my own eyes. My jaw dropped. Please bleep that because I don't want him to be like this.
That makes sense though. I mean, you could also just do the math.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's a surprise. You could see the subs and all that stuff.
No, it's not from subs. It was from watch time.
Well, watch time, but you can figure out watch time. You can look at all these analytics. Like you can look at someone's subs.
Right.
You can look at watch time, how many hours they've streamed, and you kind of know because Twitch has a base level of like how many ads they do per hour based on watch time that you can quantify it. It's not that hard to figure out.
But no, it was crazy, but he was really nice. Like he was a nice guy.
I mean, he's also one of the guys who's been doing it forever. Like where he blew up in the past, didn't make as much content and came back harder than ever with the streaming.
Yeah.
Like it's different. The streaming everything.
That's what he was saying. He was like it's so effortless in the sense that like people just clip it and like that's that. And he said some of his clippers make so much money a month just from clipping content.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a nice guy and we just made tacos and like played basketball for a second, lifted, and then I dipped.
Lifted where? You got
He had like we didn't like lift. He just like I hit a plate like on the bench like in his garage, and yeah.
So when you do these, like, is there any sort of setup, or you just kind of spend the day hanging out? Do you like
he had the setup of like he usually like on Tuesdays gets groceries, makes tacos, and then his house had like a little basketball court. It had like
so the setup was just like a day?
Yeah, but I was there for
all
like
day.
maybe 2.5 hours.
Got it.
And we just did that. But he was really nice. And I think the stream went well. I don't know. I always get scared of like streaming. I'm like, chat's either gonna like, because I feel like me and DDG have totally different audiences. Like when I collab with like you guys or like Trend Twins or like Trevor, I feel like the audience might be the same, but I feel like me and DDG have a totally different audience.
He probably got a lot of guys too still.
Yeah, I had a lot of girls commenting like, she's so funny. I was like, oh my God. When a girl tells me that just meant
He's
so
got
much
girls
more.
watching him too?
Yeah, I got a lot of girl comments.
Well, I figured he might have some because the Johnny kid has like all girls, and he came from DDG kind of low key, right?
Johnny, the videographer.
Yeah, the guy who was his videographer. I was shocked. I was shocked at the amount of girls that were on that stream.
Really?
Bro, like I've never seen anything like that. Because he had a Discord live chat. This like they're in the Discord chatting live while he's streaming, and then they have obviously Twitch. And the Discord is just like nonstop. Like I've never seen anything like it, to be honest.
But girls like really support. Like they be
Yeah. How the f do you get a girl audience?
Is he hot?
That's a weird question to ask me. Super weird.
You were about to answer it,
Stop
bro.
capping like he didn't show you what he looked like on stream.
On my mother.
He was showing you pictures of him.
Johnny?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't look at the names.
He was the one that he was asking you if you look bisexual.
He asked DDG asked her
Yes, that's-
if
He told
he
me
looked
Johnny
bisexual.
was bisexual.
He's not.
Johnny's bisexual?
No, he's
DDG
not.
said that.
On stream or like
On
off stream?
stream.
That she got clipped.
Oh.
Oh, and oh my God, because I was like,
And-
I could see it.
Bro, what the?
I swear he's not.
Is that like a relationship thing for you? Like you like get it when you see, you know, because they're
No,
like when you're
but-
one of them, you like know.
Like one of the pictures
Like
was
your
like
radar?
a little, like he was like
No, it's
laying
'cause
back, and he had like lips. I thought maybe he had Botox in his lips or something. And then DDG was like, yeah, like he's bi, and I was like, oh, like I could see it.
Oh my
he was just trying to like.
He was
clip.
trolling you.
He was trolling you, and he got your.
But
Damn,
that
but
guy's
his,
like- you're
but
like,
his
he's-
boy just caught strays.
yeah.
So like a huge stray.
Bro, I hated that segment. DDG was like, rate my homies, and I was giving everyone 8s. I didn't know like.
And you're like, Johnny's too pretty. I can see why he's bisexual. That's what you said.
Oh my God.
Damn, you didn't stop.
You cooked him.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. It's clipped.
Fuck, I
good.
blacked out.
There are seats.
I'm finding it.
But
now.
that the girl audience is nuts, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like shocked. I didn't know girls watch streams.
I didn't know you.
I didn't know that either.
You know?
But
I'm
I've
like,
never met like none of my friends, whether girl or guys. I've never like. I really wonder who's watching them because none
The
of my
same thing with YouTube back in like 2010, 12, like early on. I was like, none of my friends watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, real people don't watch YouTube. And now,
everyone.
yeah.
You ready?
But I
You
had
see?
that same conversation.
Why is there a song?
Yeah.
because it's funny.
He's pretty. He's too pretty for me. Like, this isn't my type. Like, he looks like big lips. Aw. Are you Shree's boy? Or is he just like, yeah, he's not my...
That's like,
He said, yeah,
like,
he's
look at that,
fine.
go back. And that's a vibe big. You know what I mean? Like, looking up in the air like that. That's
Yo,
a
he's
vibe big.
roasting
Yeah,
his
I mean-
boy.
Wait, listen.
Why are they laughing?
To be
They're
fair,
laughing
like
because
he
he's
was really
not.
driving it home. He
He
wasn't.
was like,
Yeah, like-
and he was saying it with the straightest face.
Like, why would you disagree with it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, why
and
would you?
I didn't want to seem like I was like, I
Because
wasn't like
it's his
trying
friend.
to.
It's like-
I wasn't trying to on anything or
Right.
make anyone feel like I was judging them.
It says, why did Sarah ask him if Johnny's lactating?
That's like publicly said, but like,
Yeah, why is
it's public.
his nipple lactated?
That's what I'm saying. We gotta wait
That's
there.
what I'm
Bro,
saying.
streaming is crazy.
Oh my god.
But it's
Because
funny.
his shirt was wet right on the nipple.
It's funny though because it's just like OG YouTube vlog content that's live.
Yeah.
DDG
That's
was
exactly
like,
what it
he's
is.
transitioning. That's why, like high prolactin levels.
Damn. He's
Yeah.
just clip farming you.
Dude, we're
I
in a
kind of figured he wasn't. I was just trying to go along with it.
sure. God, dude, I have to start streaming.
Streaming's
Well, we
the
are.
wave.
I know, but I have to do it too.
On Monday, right? Did we
Yes.
figure that out?
Yeah. Tell the people.
You're doing the first stream.
I
with
am.
us.
Look at the mic and tell the people,
But
Mike.
did we confirm it was Monday, not Sunday?
Oh yeah.
You said Sunday at first.
Can we do it Monday? I mean,
Yeah.
can we do it Sunday?
Are you gonna have everything ready by Sunday?
Yeah.
Damn, that's the knowest yeah.
What's,
I've ever
hope
heard.
what is
so.
it? What do you need ready?
Fucking
I'll
lies
help
just
you.
came out of his mouth.
I hope so.
What do you need ready?
I hope so.
Damn, it ain't gonna be ready.
You know the
it ain't
Kodak
even ready
bit?
by Monday.
I hope
No,
so.
I'm telling you,
so.
if it could be ready by Monday, it'll be ready by Sunday. But if it's not going to be ready by Sunday, it's not going to be ready Monday. That's the type of guy
Whoa.
Brad is.
Yeah, that was damn. You,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
She kind of cooked that.
Yeah, you did, and you're also right.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, so what is it that you need ready? Because I can handle it.
We just need all I need to do is go sign up for the back end stuff, the toolkit, and make sure the 2 sims work. That's it. I have everything else.
The channel needs to be set up so we can have.
Oh, that's right.
Text your people, figure
we
that
need to
out.
make sure we got the camera guy and the camera.
We got Nate.
Can you do Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm going on a date with Wendy. Bro, what the bro? Come on, dude.
He manifested a girl.
Don't start doing that, dude.
Hell
I
yeah.
didn't say that.
Love that.
Where do you meet your women?
I'm dating somebody right now.
From
Hinge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a big like Hinge Raya user. I forgot.
No, I'm not allowed on Raya.
Oh yeah, you're not. None of us are.
No one knows why.
None of us 3 are.
Yeah.
It's because you guys are famous.
Nah, bro.
I thought that was the point.
No, I thought it was just
That's
for rich
why I
people.
got famous, bitch.
I signed up in 2017 and they were like, nope.
I signed up 2022. I swear. I remember I hit 20K on Instagram. I was like, that's enough to get in on Raya. I've been waitlisted since.
Do they not ask for like pay?
Man, fuck Raya. You sap, suck my. You guys are losers,
DM the
bro.
CEO.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That
And I
stupid
DM'd
ass company.
CEO.
Unless you want to let me on.
That
cut this
stupid app. Down with that app. Everyone undownload that app. Fuck you. You suck. You're a loser.
Unless you want to let me on.
Nah, they're dumb, bro. Fuck them.
Wait, when did you sign up,
I
Brad?
take it you guys don't.
Same time.
Oh, you signed up too at the same time? Sam?
Back in the day,
Like
bro.
same week, I think.
I've had
in
30
the day.
people refer me to the app.
Yeah.
Because it's based off referrals. 30
Yeah, I had
people
someone refer me too. That dumb app, bro.
Wait,
Bunch
so
of
tell
cook
me about
bitches
this.
on there anyway.
So you go on Hinge.
So I don't go on many dates on Hinge or any dating apps, but I don't see a reason not to have it. Like it's just more opportunity to like connect with somebody. So I'll leave it on, and I've maybe gone on like a handful of dates, and they're usually just like a first date, and then I kind of know right away if I'm going to go on a second one or not.
course.
But basically, I'll just leave it on and be like, if somebody comes across and like it has to be like a yes. Like if it's a maybe, if I'm like I don't know, then just don't waste
Not
my
going to
time.
entertain it. Yeah.
So it's like, I know like people just have their opinions on dating apps, and a lot of them are true. It's like it's you got to sift through a lot of things, but at the end of the day, like I'm going to come across somebody who I might never otherwise come across. So like, why would I not at least leave that option there?
Did you see the guy who swiped on like 2 million people? And
Did you
only
see his
matched with, like,
profile
one?
though?
Yeah.
No wonder why.
Bro, yeah, it was all fishing things.
No, it was like you see the shirts he was wearing. I forget. It was just like a horrible profile. I was like, I'm surprised he even got one.
So, it's funny because I tried to do Raya back then, didn't work. And then the only other time I ever had a dating app was because we made one for that.
We made that hilarious Tinder app. It was so funny.
I've never used a dating app after that, ever.
Why?
Just seems like a weird way to meet people.
I have a question. How many shirtless pictures do you have in your profile?
One.
Valid.
But you got to see the tattoos.
Yeah,
Of course.
I guess so, yeah.
Some girls like tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, you met this girl. Is this the same girl like
Yeah.
that we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great. It's going
So it's
great.
been going strong.
Amazing. Yeah.
What has it been? Like 8 months? 6 months?
Yeah,
8 months?
About, yeah.
I remember this.
Damn.
My parents met
That's-
on a dating app back in the day.
Apps for those.
I don't know. They like it was like more of like an emailer thing.
Fucking .com.
No,
Match.com.
It was
type
like
thing?
in 2006. So
It was
whatever.
like Christian, what's it
No,
called?
no.
Christian Mingle.
It was like you would have to hop on like your desktop to like use it, but they met on like a dating app on there.
Sounds like Match.com.
Oh yeah, something like
Maybe.
that probably.
I don't know. It was in 2005 or 6.
So did she know that did she know you from the internet when she met you? No.
No.
Well, your audience is all men. See,
yeah, it's
I
all
feel like
men.
if I were to go on a dating app,
I also try not to. I actually took my Dom Mazzetti handle out of my bio. like my personal Instagram bio.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was like, this. If I'm trying to like meet somebody and they just go click this, they might be like this. People already think I'm a boy, and
What you're saying?
so it's
yeah.
like if they see that, like it's just like they're not going to give it a chance. And she like that was kind of like the whole thing from the start. She was like, she's like, you look like somebody who's just going to break my heart. Like I'm not going to like do this.
You do look like a guy that would break a girl's heart.
And it took me a while to convince her that I wasn't.
Yeah.
So like it was like on and off for a bit, and then last couple of months we like officially started dating.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
it's funny you have that look, but like you're actually getting your heart broken.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you definitely do have that aesthetic too. I just want to emphasize that again.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't realize how how much it
no, like
affected.
it's real, like probably like top, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top
Like-
tier.
Because like talking to her, I was like, oh, so this is very real. She was like, because I was so like I put a lot of effort in. I was very like,
I remember.
yeah, and I was like, why is this not working? And it, like when we actually started like getting closer, she was like, I was just afraid. She was like, I was afraid I was just gonna get hurt. Like I didn't want to get close to you. She was like, I had strong feelings for you, and like I just couldn't trust that like you weren't A, like everybody else, and B, like you look like you're somebody who's gonna break my heart. So
Literally, you guys are holding hands. I took a picture.
No, you 100% look like. Yeah.
Wait, what is it though? Is it the fact that he takes care of himself, or like
No,
what?
no. It's the fact that like
Tattoos.
he's got the tattoos. He's like well groomed. He's like well put together to the point that he looks like he could pull any.
He got neck tattoos, dude.
Yeah, the neck tattoos. Are,
And collared shirt on.
like what the? Yeah, it's a
what?
random Wednesday.
yeah.
So someone that takes care of himself.
Like
is
And
look
fuckboy.
at
fuckboy.
bro. Look at how that single strand of hair
He's wearing
falls down on his
slacks,
forehead.
boots. It looks like a.
It definitely looks like, but like
And that's a problem. Apparently,
I
feel like-
guess.
I feel like girls, speaking for all girls, would be like insecure in that sense because they'd be like, he probably has other options. He can get whoever he wants.
So is that why every girl's baby daddy looks like a homeless? Because they always settle for the ugly dudes.
I think you're just trying to come for the baby mamas.
I'm just saying.
There's a little bit of that true though. I mean, like, yeah, like that's kind of the thing, right? It was like she was incorrectly assuming who I was based on like her past experiences
Of course,
and
yeah.
like my
As every girl
appearance.
does.
Right. But like at the same time, I was like not like I was putting genuine effort towards, but I didn't want to like push too hard because I was like, well, she's clearly showing that she's like, creating some distance. And I'm like, typically you'd be like, well, then you back up. And so I would do that and would kind of create this like dynamic that just kept going like this. And eventually I was like, it's like, I'm just going to say what I want to say. I was like, hey, I'm serious about you. Like, I want to be with you. I want to do this. And she was like, so happy to hear that. And she was like, I was like, oh, wow. So it actually works if you're just genuine and honest with the right person.
So communication works.
But only with the right
Men.
people. Because otherwise, like if I did that with the wrong person, she absolutely would have went the other way. Like if she was not ready to accept
But then
that.
it's better to have that conversation, have the person go
Yes,
the other way,
exactly.
than you waste time, thought.
But the hard part is like you're not seeing that when you're in it. You think you really want this person, and I've been guilty of this, where it's like you kind of strategize your feelings and reserve this and that because you're like, if I go too soon, too much, this, whatever, they're going to go this way, and so you're just reacting out of fear of the result.
True.
And when I was like, I don't care what happens. Like I don't care if I say this and she gets afraid and runs away. Whatever. If I say this and she comes closer, then that's meant to be. She's the right person. So I just like remove my
that's valid.
fear of like what the outcome was. Like either way, it was the right choice for me. But in the past, most of the time you're making decisions based on the outcome you want, and you think you want this person, and so you're constantly trying to work your feelings, your emotions, and your actions around that. And the best thing you could do is like whatever gets you the most authentic thing, which is that person either out of the way and the right person, in your path. And it's just hard to do that when you feel like you really want somebody.
Yeah.
Damn,
Feelings.
now it's time for both you guys to make some dating apps.
Make some dating apps?
Yeah.
Like get on some.
Yeah, get on
Make
some
some
dating apps.
profiles.
Fuck that.
No, because that's what I was saying.
Why do girls like ugly guys? Why is that a thing?
I love an ugly man.
Why is that a thing?
I love a medium ugly guy.
Why is that a thing?
Safety, security. It's
No,
exactly what we were just talking about.
I just don't want to feel like I'm like, like I don't want to feel like I need to try to look better because they look good.
But that's coming from insecurity.
Yeah, probably.
Exactly,
I am an
and that's-
insecure person. I'm a very insecure person.
But that is the answer. Like,
But if I really like someone and they happen to be good looking, I'm all for it. I don't write someone off for that. But I'm saying like,
it's just safer to do that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't lead to the thing that's like most fulfilling to you. That's just
I
the
don't know
safe
what's
thing.
fulfilling for me though. I'm like,
Well, you got to try the thing that's not comfortable.
Ooh.
I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm just like,
Damn, he's
You
cooking.
got if you're dating somebody who is mediocre, do you consider yourself a mediocre person?
I don't think I'm mediocre.
Then why would you date somebody that's mediocre?
But I don't think they're mediocre either.
You do in some way.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
But I don't.
He's cooking
no,
right
everyone
now.
I've like been with, I'm like
it's
head
not-
over heels for
but-
like a fraction of the time.
Because
For a fraction of the time.
Yeah, 'cause
exactly.
you realize you're
For a fraction of the time.
And then
deserve
like
better.
or maybe like I'm just not happy
Because-
with myself.
It's maybe a little bit
Maybe.
of both, but like
A little
I
bit of
think the safety that you're seeking in that, it's not that it has to be a physical thing, and it could be anything. It's
Yeah.
like there's some sort of comfort that comes with somebody that you're like, oh, I don't feel like I have to do this and this to keep them, or to like not feel threatened in yourself or insecure about yourself. Like all that's doing is putting you in an environment that's like not really aligning with you because you're not that type of person. You don't see yourself that way, so you're just kind of lowering yourself here to feel comfortable. So how would that actually make you feel fulfilled?
If I'm down here. So what do
Yeah.
I do?
The hard thing.
What's the hard thing?
Just figure out the insecurities and face the fears.
Damn, when did you get your master's in psychology?
Get my heart broken a bunch of times.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah, that's
mean?
equivalent.
True.
Yeah, it's like you either do one of two things. You become a callous, you give up, or you go like, hey, I got to figure it out because I don't want to be alone and bitter.
So what makes you happy?
Seeing people I care about happy, like being around people I'm close with and seeing that like they are happy with themselves and happy with their life because that like brings joy back to me. And I feel like experiences are better when you're around happy people.
Of course.
Yeah.
Brad, what makes you happy?
What Mike said. So good. That was so good.
That's
I can't follow that answer.
Well, it
That's
could be
the
the same
answer.
answer.
That's
like,
the
yeah,
answer.
like it's, if the hard part is just following up on that because there's a lot of like, trust issues and fear and like,
Yeah.
dude, I've been there and it's just like, I at one point I was like, dude, is it even worth being a good person?
Oh, I remember that.
I was like, is it even
remember
fucking
that.
worth it? I was like, is it even worth doing that?
It is.
And it eventually, like when I just like pushed through and was like, I don't care what the outcome is. Like if I'm doing what feels right to me, and like after a lot of soul searching, though, you can't just be like, this is right for me and not do any self reflecting. Like I answered the hard questions. I went through bad relationships that I could easily put the blame on somebody else, but instead I was like, their blame is their blame. But what can I do to improve myself? Because I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to be an unevolved person, like version of myself. So I think like
So you self-reflected.
yeah, it's super important. And just being honest with yourself, taking accountability and like responsible for everything. Like even if my relationship was bad and the other person was doing hurtful things, I'm still responsible for my part of being there. I chose this person, I'm in this relationship. I, maybe didn't learn some things about myself, and so I gotta learn that no matter what, no matter how badly the relationship ended, whether it's my fault or not.
Bars.
You should go on a
I mean,
TED Talk.
he's spitting facts.
Yeah, you're good.
So how do you guys feel? You feel like facing your fears and
Oh, I'm doing it. I've been doing it. I'm
Bruh.
here. Bro, what do you mean, bro? What?
You ain't
Yeah,
do
we're-
shit. You
What is
talking
that
like
face?
you just be talking like you do. You don't do, bro.
Ooh.
What are you talking about? You don't do
Ooh.
What the?
I'll be honest, like this girl's the lovingest, most like kind person, and I'm like, oh, you don't have to be with somebody who's shitty.
Yeah.
Like it's like you don't have to deal with headaches.
Damn.
I was like, holy,
That's good.
because you think you do. You think you have to deal with a certain level of like chaos.
Certain level of I think is
anything.
mandatory in every relationship,
like,
but it's not.
It's not.
No.
And like, yeah, I've just realized, like in this relationship, I've realized that I'm like, oh, so like, because I'm good at communicating, that we can solve problems. That yeah, maybe they're not going to see this and that, but because I'm good at it. But all it does is I'm putting out fires left and right. But like dealing with a person who like wants to communicate, isn't defensive. They have the same goal, which is like to be happy, not to defend their insecurities or make me wrong. And it's like, there's no,
Yeah.
and it's like, you don't have to do that.
Do you think it's like based off timeline? Like that person's in a time in their life where like they're ready to be happy. Like they weren't like
part
that
of it
forever. You know,
it's
what I mean?
part of it. Yeah,
100%.
like timing is important.
What's doing the work too?
Like the timing wasn't right for us in the very beginning. Like we met 9 months ago and it just was not clicking because of those things. And it probably wouldn't have worked, but I kept persisting because I was like,
I remember you were excited about it even when it was fresh. I remember because
Yeah.
we talked. I think we talked the day prior of you going on your first date at the gym.
yeah.
Because you were like, "Oh, I met this girl. Like, I'm going on a
right.
date." Because
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, let's film or something." And
yeah,
you're
I
like,
was like, no,
can't.
I have a date.
I'm
that
going
day.
on a
Yeah,
date
that's
tomorrow."
Right. Yeah. So
And
like,
I was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And I think you guys like went somewhere like near the water.
yeah, we went to a resort. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, had dinner there. But yeah, so like the timing was not exactly right because we, like I said, she was like, we both really connected, but she was creating distance out of fear. And like, it could have never worked, but I like saw her, like who she was and her values and her character beyond that fear. And I said, I was like, I think if she gets over this fear, she'd be a phenomenal partner. And I'm placing a bet on that and I'm going to try, even though like it wasn't working. I could have at any point been like, not for me, I'm done. I've done my part. But something like told me to keep pushing. And when I eventually did and was just like more vulnerable with myself and being like, this is what I want, then it worked. But like the timing was so important where like at any moment it might have not, just because where she was at or where I was at. Like, I think even for me a year and a half ago, I wouldn't be in the right spot to like make those decisions.
No.
Even though I wanted to, I wouldn't make the right choice.
So my next question is, when do you like know when to quit? When do you know to stop being persistent?
Yeah, I've definitely been guilty of the not, I stay too long. I think a lot of people do that. But like, I had to ask myself with this same one, I was like, I feel like I'm putting the effort, it's not being reciprocated. And it just came down to me like genuinely looking at that person and their values and who they were, not who I wanted them to be or who I thought they could be, or like, I just was like, very clearly I knew who she was and I wasn't making any decisions based on like some hope that like, they'll meet me at like my level of like,
Where
what I
you're
find,
at.
I find important mainly. Like,
I can't wait to go to a wedding.
so like, I've been in relationships where you think, okay, I see some red flags and I'm gonna kind of like ignore them a bit, or like I'm sure they'll go away or whatever, and then it's just like having the hard talk with yourself and be like, do I just really want this right now to work, or is this actually like right for me? And like, what is like, do I see like a happy future here? Yeah. It's just like hard to get out of the emotions, really.
Remember that one talk we had at the gym a while back where it was you and you, or just the three of us?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like telling you guys about like what was going on in my relationship, and you guys were both like, you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me for a while.
I think once you start talking about it.
Until I finally took action and broke up with my girl.
Yeah. So it's just like that authentic talk and be like, look, like, what's telling you, like, what's authentic to you in that moment, like right or wrong is what you should do. Like, and it's the hardest thing because you're afraid of what's going to come from it. And I could tell you, like, I look at times when I was like afraid to make the choice I felt was right for me and I didn't, and it made it worse and worse and worse. And times when like, the same thing, I was delaying making the choice that I was afraid was going to result in something I didn't want. But then I finally did it, and it was the thing. I got the thing I wanted. So It's just like being like really listening to yourself and being like, who am I? What's authentic and genuine to me? And am I coming from like a healed place, or is this coming from insecurity or whatever? And if you can answer that, then you can make decisions more clearly. But it's just about like removing yourself from like the outcome.
Right.
Wow. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Damn.
I think this was a really good podcast.
Mike cooked.
Mike
Mike
cooked.
cooked. No pans.
No
Damn.
hands. Straight words.
Wow.
Just want to see my people happy.
It's crazy.
So then you can be happy.
It's also nice to like see real relationships work and when
And flourish.
Yeah, especially now when most of the things on the internet is just like feeding you garbage.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the advice given to men from about women and relationships,
Yeah.
you look at it and go, this isn't true. And then you see like women getting this advice that you would hear and be like, this is, everyone's just kind of
Fighting.
disconnected.
Yeah.
And like you're hearing more of this and not being who you really are because there's noise in your ear about what you should do. And the opposite side is saying the same exact thing. So then no one is ever connecting. And then
Yeah.
you see people that connect who shouldn't be, and
That's
it's
the entire
toxic.
internet for you.
Yeah, so
Separation.
it's nice to know that like real things can actually happen, and like I do believe this will work out, this relationship, but like even if it doesn't, it's just like I know that like something like this exists, which is nice.
Yeah. Like it's real.
Yeah.
You don't have to like put up with chaos or in order
Exactly.
to like make something work.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mike. Dom.
Wow. Therapy session.
That was really good.
Double my Cheetos.
That was a
please.
therapy-
Brad's
Double-
gonna be
double my
thinking all
Cheetos.
day.
Yeah.
That
Double
was
the
a
Cheetos.
therapy session.
Thank you
Holy
guys for watching. We love you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow Mike, Dom Mazzetti on everything.
We're streaming on Monday.
We're streaming on Monday.
Yes.
What's- No, it's Sunday. We just agreed
Oh,
Sunday.
that's right.
Sunday.
We're streaming on Sunday.
Let me get this done.
At what time?
Well, I don't know.
Probably like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
12 o'clock.
12.
12:30.
12:30.
12:30 Sunday. We're gonna be streaming. Catch it, watch it, clip it.
Brosverse Live
Yeah.
Don't forget to.
Yeah, we're live streaming.
Am I getting
We're
paid?
We're live streaming on Twitch.
and Clout.
We're live streaming on Twitch. Yeah.
Can I have the Cheetos and nicotine?
You could have the nicotine. We know you love that.
You can have the nicotine.
Okay, thank you.
Can I have the Cheetos?
Yes.
Cool.
I just my compensation, man.
You just got down to $7.
I got a
Don't
$7.
say
We know
anything.
what Cheetos you want.
Oh my God, bro.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Peace.